one of the interesting things it felt like of the new dynamics was the dynamic between Harry and Sophie. In your mind, what is their relationship like in these first batch of episodes?
You know, I think if I was addressing a jury and you're looking and reading energies, you're looking at that one jury that's going to be the toughest one to crack, and that's the one you're focusing all your energy on. Is I'm not going to win this case unless I win you over or convince you that I'm either trustworthy, on the level, trying to do good, whatever the rest of it is. So I think that's how he sees her in the beginning, and then watching her and the team in action, he begins to develop this profound respect for who these people are and what they do for a living and where they're coming from, because they're all self-analyzed, you know, and they've all lived one life and then had to look at their behavior and make very distinct changes to live the back half of their lives. And that's where Harry is. He's looking to be an examined person. And I love that that's what this show is about. It's a bunch of people who've examined themselves. They're not perfect. They're far from it. They're not even heroic, but they're self-aware and they're well-intentioned. And that's the best we could all hope for.
I think for Sophie, that sounds quite calculated, because I think for Sophie it's much more instinctive. I think she sees in Harry Wilson a sort of kindred spirit. She's very perceptive about human behavior, and she knows that she's on a journey. And I think she recognizes in him very early on that he's on a journey. And in a way, he becomes a bit of a project for her, but in a very, in quite a passive back foot way. I think she just enjoys watching people. I think in the former Leverage, she took great pride in being a mentor and being very kind of front foot, like protector, mentor, teacher, guide, director. But I think, you know, with this new maturity, there's a sort of just a sort of back foot kind of observing wisdom to her. And I think she sees him as a bit of a kindred spirit in terms of where she's moving on a journey. She sees that he's going on a journey. And I think she aligns herself to him in a way. And then when he starts to go off track, she sort of like gets him back. And I think in some cases he pulls her back on track as well through this journey together. And I think that, you know, in the beginning she's wary and she's sleeping with one eye open. And I like the way that the rest of the crew kind of toss the distrust kind of around them. They share it out. So it's not just one person like eyeballing him. But I think it's a really lovely, sweet relationship that it's a very grown-up relationship, and I'm happy that they allowed that to happen.